Your thoughts create your reality, the power of inner belief. Introduction, coming back to yourself. Take a breath. Let the outside world pause. This is not a time to rush. This is not a moment to achieve or prove. This is a return to yourself, to your stillness, to your power. You've been thinking all day, thoughts on autopilot, thoughts you didn't ask for, thoughts that echo the past. But what if, just for this moment, you slowed down enough to hear what you're really thinking? What if your thoughts weren't just noise, but messages shaping your life? This is your invitation to notice, to remember, to choose again. Your thoughts create your reality, and today you begin creating on purpose. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Silent Architect. Imagine your mind as a quiet architect. Each thought is a brick. Each belief is a beam. Every repeated phrase becomes a wall you live within. Most people don't even realize they're building. They think the house they live in, the emotional home they return to, was assigned to them. But it wasn't. It was built, one small thought at a time. I'm not good enough. I always mess up. I never finish anything. These aren't just phrases. They are blueprints. Your subconscious gets to work, constructing walls around those thoughts until they feel like facts. But here's the shift. You are not trapped in that house. You are the architect. You can knock down walls, open windows, design something new. You can say, I don't want to live in a house built from fear. And you begin again, thought by thought. Take a moment here. Breathe in. Ask yourself gently, what thoughts have been building my world lately? What kind of structure have I been living inside? Let the answer rise without judgment. You don't have to demolish everything today, but you can pick up the pen. You can choose a new blueprint. Chapter 2. The Hidden Loop. There's a cycle that repeats inside of you. A quiet loop, a pattern that plays over and over, not because it's true, but because it's familiar. The loop says, I always get ignored. Nothing ever works out for me. I'm just not that lucky. And then your brain looks for proof. It filters your experiences to match your belief. It collects examples to say, see, we were right. Not because it wants to hurt you, but because it wants to protect you. It thinks repetition equals safety. It clings to the known, even if it's painful. But safety isn't the same as truth, and comfort isn't the same as peace. You can disrupt the loop. You can pause the thought mid-cycle and say, wait, is this an old story? Is this the only way to see this? You can choose a new sentence. You can insert a breath instead of a reaction. The loop doesn't break with force. It breaks with compassion, with curiosity. Take a breath here. What loop are you ready to interrupt today? Chapter 3. Thoughts as Seeds. Picture your mind as a garden. Every thought you think is a seed. Every word you speak is water. You don't have to plant on purpose. Your mind will grow whatever you repeat. So when you say, I'm so overwhelmed, I can't do anything right. This is just my luck. You're planting weeds, and weeds grow fast. But if you slow down, if you say, I'm handling more than I realize, I'm showing up with grace, I'm open to things going well, you begin to plant something new. The soil doesn't judge the seed. It just grows what it's given. So the question is, what are you planting today? Take a moment and reflect. What kind of thoughts have you been watering? Are they aligned with the life you want to grow? You can't control every storm, but you can tend to your garden. And today you begin to plant intentionally. Chapter 4. The Science of Repetition. Your brain is made to protect you. It learns by repetition. Whatever it hears often, it builds into a shortcut. I'm not ready. I'm not lovable. I'm going to fail. Say it often enough, and your brain automates it. Now it doesn't ask. It just assumes. It builds habits, and those habits become identity. But here's what's powerful. You can rewire it. You can introduce a new pattern. Neuroplasticity means the brain is changeable. It grows new connections. It strengthens new circuits. So every time you say, I am safe, I am learning, I can trust myself, you're laying new track, new pathways. At first they'll feel weak, shaky, unfamiliar, but keep walking them, keep saying it, keep thinking it, and soon the brain starts to follow. It says, oh, this is the new path? Let's make this one stronger. And just like that, you begin becoming someone new, from the inside out. Chapter 5. Words that build worlds. Words are not empty. They're instructions, spells, Blueprints, vibrations that carry frequency. Every I am is a direction. I'm tired. I am never chosen. I am stuck. Your nervous system hears these and adjusts. It tightens. It withdraws. It prepares for lack. But what if you gently changed your phrases? What if I'm tired became, I'm learning how to rest? What if I'm behind became, I'm aligning with my timing? You don't have to lie to yourself. You just have to speak from where you want to go, not where you've been stuck. Speak as if your words create ripples, because they do. Speak as if your inner child is listening, because she is. Speak like someone who finally believes their voice is sacred, because it is. Chapter 6. Feeling first, then seeing. Most people say, I'll feel better once I see the results. I'll relax when the money comes. I'll love myself when I change. But that's backwards. You don't wait to feel. You feel to attract. You feel to align. You don't manifest what you want. You manifest what you embody. So the question becomes, can you feel peace before the breakthrough? Can you feel joy before the goal is reached? This doesn't mean you fake it. It means you practice the feeling, like a musician practices scales, or a dancer warms up before the performance. You practice holding the vibration of what you want before it arrives. And that practice, it changes you. You stop begging for what aligns. You start recognizing it. You start living like it's already yours, because energetically, it is. Chapter 7. Becoming aware. Awareness is the beginning of every transformation. You cannot heal what you won't name. You cannot release what you won't feel. And you cannot change what you won't observe. So pause now. Ask yourself, what am I thinking when no one's watching? What inner commentary runs while I'm brushing my teeth, scrolling, waiting in line? These are not random thoughts. They are the foundation of your beliefs. Become aware, not to judge, but to notice, to choose again. The thought says, you're too late. Awareness replies, is that true or just old pain? The thought says, you're not doing enough. Awareness breathes and says, I'm allowed to rest. This is the power of awareness. It doesn't demand that you be perfect. It simply says, and you do. You wake up. You see, you soften. You shift. Chapter 8. Redefining identity. Your identity is not fixed. It's not a concrete wall. It's more like a story, one you've been telling yourself for years. Maybe you've told the story of the one who's always anxious, the one who never finishes what they start, the one who always gets overlooked. And over time, you began to believe it, to live inside it, to make decisions from it. But stories can change. Chapters can be rewritten. The pen is still in your hand. You are not your past reaction. You are not your worst day. You are not your former role in someone else's drama. You are evolving. You are allowed to shift. You are safe to grow. And yes, some people will only recognize the old version of you. Let them. You're not changing for their understanding. You're changing for your alignment. Let today be the moment you say, I'm telling a new story now. Chapter 9. Faith over force. Force feels like tension, clenched fists, racing thoughts, control disguised as productivity. Force says, if I don't push, nothing will happen. If I stop, I'll fall behind. If I rest, I'll miss out. But what if that's not true? What if rest brings revelation? What if stillness is where the solution lands? What if things unfold faster? When you stop resisting the timing? Faith is not passivity. It's presence. It's choosing trust even when your brain wants to run. It's saying, I'll take the next step and let the universe handle the rest. I'll do what I can and release what I can't control. You don't need to squeeze your way into alignment. You align and then life flows. Force feels like chaos. Faith feels like breath. Take one now. Let that be your first act of trust. Chapter 10. The new way forward. You are not starting over. You are starting from experience, from clarity, from intention. The old way was reaction, pleasing, proving, panicking. It's slower. It's rooted. It's peaceful, even when it's imperfect. You used to say, I'll change when things get easier. But now you say, things get easier when I change my thoughts. The path forward isn't about speed. It's about alignment. You are not behind. You are right on time. Right where you're meant to pause, reflect, and rise. So ask yourself, what would the next level of me think about this situation? What thought supports the future I'm walking into? And think from that place. Speak from that place. Move from that place. This is how you become before the world notices. Chapter 11. Living from the inside out. You've been taught to check outside first. Check the metrics. Check the mirror. Check the response. But your peace is not out there. Your clarity isn't in a comment section. Your worth doesn't live in a spreadsheet. It starts within. Living from the inside out means you anchor into yourself before you react. You decide how you want to feel before you ask what to do. You return to your own energy before trying to fix everyone else's. This way of living isn't about ignoring the world. It's about not letting it dictate who you are. So next time something throws you off, pause and ask, what would my grounded self do right now? What do I choose to carry from this? You get to be the thermostat, not the thermometer. You set the energy. You decide the frequency. You lead from your center, and the world, it will respond to the inner climate you choose. Chapter 12. The energy you carry is what you call in. Energy is invisible, but it speaks loudly. It walks into the room before you do. It sits between your words. It surrounds your actions. And the energy you carry is the invitation you send. If you carry fear, you tend to attract more chaos. If you carry guilt, you call in experiences that echo shame. But if you carry quiet confidence, peace becomes your default. Opportunities open. People soften. So check in with yourself. What energy am I emitting right now? Is it aligned with what I want or what I fear? You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. You can say, I soften now. I recalibrate. I choose a new frequency because you don't get what you want. You get what you are available for. And your energy? It is your availability. Chapter 13. You were never meant to settle for survival. You've spent enough time surviving, enough time holding your breath, enough time bracing for impact. You were not born to live in a loop of almost, of not enough, of maybe later. You were born for depth, for joy, for connection and creativity and expansion. And that begins in your thoughts. Your thoughts say, this is just how I am. This is the best I can do. This is what people like me get. But that's not truth. That's programming. And programming can be rewritten. You were never meant to settle for a reality that drains your spirit. You were meant to build a reality that mirrors your potential. Take your time. Break the old rules. Start new stories. You are not asking for too much. You are remembering you were always worthy of more. Final guided meditation. Anchoring the new. Place your hand over your heart. Breathe in through your nose. Hold. Breathe out slowly. Again. Let these words wash over you. Let them land softly. You don't need to memorize them. Just feel them. I am not my fear. I am not my past. I am not the thoughts I absorbed when I was trying to survive. I am the awareness behind the thought. I am the breath between the stories. I am the soul beneath the label. I choose peace. I choose belief. I choose love, even when doubt tries to whisper louder. Today, I return to myself, to the creator within, to the voice of knowing that says, I'm safe to begin again. My thoughts create my reality. And today, I choose thoughts that bless me. I speak words that build me. I walk paths that reflect me. And I live a life that feels like truth. Because I no longer beg for alignment. I become it. And that is enough.